What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
Haley Welch, best known for her off-the-cuff comment under fire after releasing a crypto token that many people online are now saying was nothing more than a scam.
Thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right.
Have you talked to that dude? Have
That's
you
a
said
good
thank
question.
you?
Tell him thank you for what?
Making you famous?
That's all it took to turn Haley Welch, better known as the Hawk Tuah Girl, from a regular small-town face into an internet storm. One random street interview, a little too much to drink, messy hair everywhere, and then, boom! She drops a phrase so ridiculous, so off the wall, it became instant internet gold. Overnight, her name was everywhere. Memes flooded timelines, clips hit millions of views, and people couldn't get enough of her wild, carefree vibe. She was like the modern-day Cash Me Outside girl, pure chaos, pure charm, and totally unfiltered. Haley thought she'd struck the fame lottery. She jumped straight into the game. Merch drops, a shiny new podcast, brand deals flying in. One minute she's just living her life, the next she's in the middle of full-blown celebrity madness. But fame's a double-edged sword, and it cuts deep. In just 176 days, the internet's golden girl was knocked off her pedestal, accused of pushing a shady meme coin, getting investigated by the SEC, and dragged mercilessly online. Every attempt Haley made to claw her way back only made things worse. The charm was gone. Her audience didn't see the goofy girl they once adored. Now, they saw someone chasing a bag, dodging accountability, and dripping with fake smiles. How did 2024's most joyful meme-worthy icon turn into one of the most hated names online in just 6 months?
It's made for the sake of rugging her viewers within the first hour of its launch. And I feel like everyone in the world should have seen this coming, but somehow still they were able to make tens of thousands of dollars rugging idiots.
Today, we're breaking down how Haley Welch's golden moment became the very thing that buried her. It all started one warm June night in Nashville. Haley, tipsy, hair all over the place, rocking that thick southern drawl, blurted out one random phrase, Hawk Tuah, and the world lost its mind. Back then, she was just an unknown spring factory worker in Tennessee. But in one wild second, she slammed the door open to viral fame and the chaos that came with it. Within 2 days, the clip spread like wildfire. 18 million views, almost 500,000 likes. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, everyone was screaming it, printing it on shirts, remixing it into EDM bangers, even tattooing it on their skin. Haley had become a living, breathing pop culture moment. But while the world was obsessing, Haley ghosted the internet. No posts, no selfies, nothing. And of course, the online world did what it does best: speculate, dig, and spin conspiracy theories. When the pressure finally broke her silence, she popped up on a podcast. There, she not only shut down the wildest rumors, but also opened up about a rough past. No parents, raised by her grandmother, in the struggling town of Belfast.
To all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. You're
Yeah,
adorable.
just give
It's
us a
gonna be
minute.
okay. It's gonna be okay.
For a moment, the internet saw past the meme. They saw the girl behind the joke. And for the first time, Haley realized this wasn't just attention. This was money on the table. Determined to flip the script, she got herself a manager, dropped Hawk Tuah hats, and raked in $65,000 in just a few days. Then came a deal with Spencer's, $30,000 for one nightclub appearance. Jake Paul called her a new icon, TMZ wouldn't leave her alone, and even Eminem used her catchphrase to hype his album. Haley's name was everywhere, but fame always comes with cracks in the glass. Behind the scenes, Haley butted heads with the very channel that made her clip famous. Fans kept pushing her to start an OnlyFans. She flat out refused. Instead, she quit her factory job, packed her bags for Hollywood, and went all in on a podcast called Hawk Tuah. The first episode with Whitney Cummings was a hit, 2 million views, but most tuned in just to laugh at her. The hype died quick. Later episodes barely scraped 30,000 views. Sensing the shift, Haley pivoted again. She launched a dog charity called Paw Across America, raising funds and spreading good vibes. Some applauded her, others rolled their eyes, saying it was just her way of scrubbing her image clean. But love her or hate her, Haley was fighting to prove she was more than a one-line meme. The problem? Internet fame is ruthless. The same crowd that builds you up will tear you down in a heartbeat. And just when her charity was getting traction, her podcast was stabilizing, and the media was cautiously warming back up to her, Haley made the one mistake you can't undo in showbiz. She let greed take the wheel. Haley decided to take one more step toward the spotlight, and it turned out to be the step that shoved her straight into the pit. Overnight, people were calling her the poster child for digital greed. A girl who got famous off one goofy phrase, then squeezed every last drop of fame for herself, and the shadowy crew pulling strings behind her. It started innocently enough. A few sly hints on her podcast, a casual nod to being inspired by Bitcoin billionaire Michael Saylor. And then, Hawk Tuah Coin was born, marketed as a fun tribute to the moment that changed her life. It was, in reality, just another cookie-cutter meme coin, the 1,000th one that year, rolled out by a celebrity to cash in on blind trust. Haley hyped it up on Twitter like she was announcing free candy.
After I saw Michael Saylor speak at the Bitcoin conference, I have decided to start putting some money into crypto, and I just want to say, oh my God, thank you so much, Mr. Saylor.
Within 3 hours, the coin's market cap exploded to $490 million, then tanked by 91% almost as fast as the Hawk Tuah spit she made famous. Small-time investors, including her own fans, were left broke and stunned. Reports showed $3.3 million in profits quietly funneled to insiders, with 17% of the supply handed to 285 early wallets, most of which dumped their tokens the moment trading opened. Over $1.5 million in transaction fees was skimmed off while the market cap nosedived. The internet went ballistic. Then CoffeeZilla, the internet's most feared scam buster, dropped the hammer. This is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen. He didn't just talk, he brought receipts. Using bubble maps, he showed that 96% of the tokens were in the team's control, then spread across smaller wallets to hide insider trading. Haley's team pushed back hard. We didn't pull a rug. That's defamation, she claimed, but CoffeeZilla wasn't done. He exposed more patterns, hinted at influencer kickbacks, and made it clear something was rotten behind Hawk Tuah Coin. That question cut straight to the bone. With $2.8 million from the pre-sale alone, it was obvious the Hawk Tuah Coin crew had one target in mind: Haley's own loyal, clueless fans. These weren't crypto traders watching charts all day. These were regular people who just liked her videos and thought they were joining something fun. I know what you're thinking. Who falls for this? CoffeeZilla said. They weren't after seasoned investors. They went for real fans who didn't even know what a market cap was. People who thought, oh, free tokens. I'm part of the community now. They didn't know better, and that's exactly who the team wanted. He even backed it up with leaked Hawk Tuah documents. In the crypto space, it was just another rug pull story. But for Haley, this was the guillotine drop on her career. The Jake Paul deal, gone. Her podcast, reduced to a running joke. Every excuse she tried to float sank instantly. In one now deleted episode, she barely muttered a few words before choking up and cutting the recording short. But behind all the memes and headlines were real people losing real money. One investor was out $116,695. Another, who lost $5,000, summed it up cold: I thought I'd make money in Hawk Tuah. Turns out I just got spat on. When the lawsuit landed in the U.S. District Court in New York, Haley vanished. No post, no podcast, no apology. She was just gone. The same fate that swallowed Salt Bae, Liver King, and Jack Doherty after their own scandals. And then, months later, out of nowhere, she was back. No apology tour, no teary confession, just a bold return with a TikTok video that instantly reignited the fire. But the internet wasn't laughing anymore. The magic was gone. Under her comeback TikTok, the comments were brutal. Think this is a movie. Scam Tuah, crawl back to whatever hole you came from. The girl once crowned a pop culture icon was now being roasted as a one-joke act that had been milked way past its expiration date. Amid the backlash, Haley tried to explain herself. She claimed the past few months had been about mental health, lonely nights, dinners alone, a deep dislike for speaking publicly, but feeling she had no choice. But the timing of her return wasn't lost on anyone. It came right after the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission officially closed its investigation into Hawk Tuah Coin, the same coin that had her tied to a pump and dump scheme that left hundreds with massive losses.
Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there
with Meteora Pools. And that goes to, yes, the creator, right?
Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welch.
Her attorney, James Sala, announced no charges were filed. Ms. Welch faces no penalties. And just like that, Haley reappeared, launching her personal podcast, Hawk Tuah to tell her side. On the mic, her voice shook. Her smile felt forced. I was investigated by the FBI, then the SEC. I was advised to say nothing. What more could I do? If she thought that confession would win hearts, she underestimated just how long the internet remembers and how bitter people get when they lose money. When asked directly what she made from the project, Haley insisted, I didn't pocket a dime off it. But that claim clashed with a report from The Hollywood Reporter, which stated she took home $125,000 in promotional fees plus 10% of the token supply. The tokens were locked, sure, but the optics were ugly. And while she dodged a lawsuit herself, her name kept coming up alongside the official case against Overhere Limited to the Moon Foundation and other partners, with investors now seeking $150,000 in damages. Haley's comeback strategy? Paint herself as the victim, not the villain. She even compared her situation to Paris Hilton selling blenders she didn't make. I'm just the face. I didn't create that money. When it came to the damages, she brushed it off. Only about $180,000 was real money. The rest was just shady dealings between other parties. But that comment lit a fire she couldn't put out. Because unlike Paris Hilton, who sold kitchen gadgets, Haley tied her name to a cryptocurrency that left people flat broke. People like Marlene, a 74-year-old widow in Florida living with her 3 dogs. Marlene had never invested in her life, but she trusted Haley, the girl who claimed to love dogs, and sank nearly her entire savings into Hawk Tuah coin, believing it would fund a shelter for abandoned animals. I didn't dream of becoming a millionaire, Marlene wrote on Reddit. I just thought I was helping someone do good. I thought she'd save more dogs, but now my money and my trust are gone. She wasn't tricked by greed. She was tricked by trust. And when trust is betrayed, the sting cuts deeper than any financial loss. The stories piled up. A single mom in Texas working double shifts, convinced she was investing in her daughter's future because of a viral TikTok. A college freshman who dropped out thinking they'd hit the jackpot. A veteran who served in Afghanistan, gambling his pension on tokens, hoping for once in my life, I'll be a winner. These people didn't just lose cash, they lost faith. Faith in the idea that someone they related to could also be someone worth believing in. And the internet never lets a tragedy like that drift away quietly. On X, the debates were already heating up. Some still defend her. A small group, like Uncle Mike Allen, begged for leniency, saying she wasn't convicted. But for the majority, no conviction doesn't equal innocence. Being clueless isn't a free pass when that cluelessness costs real people their savings, their hope, and their trust. Because the real danger here wasn't just a worthless coin, it was watching someone once seen as a symbol of joy morph into a cautionary tale for an entire generation. The lesson, if you're shocking and famous, you can sell anything and walk away no matter the wreckage left behind. After Hawk Tuah, Haley tried another image rescue, partnering with Nashville's local government for a staged event. The mayor himself unveiled a bronze plaque marking the spot where she first said, "Spit on that thing," as if it was some treasured moment in internet history. But a shiny plaque can't polish a tarnished reputation. Under every post she makes, the comments stab deep. Are those shoes paid for with investors' tears? And every meal you eat is another person's ruined life. She might not face a courtroom, but the internet's court has already ruled, and its verdict doesn't expire. Once a beloved viral queen, she's now a recurring punchline. Even It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia took a jab with a parody character named Cockier, spitting the catchphrase, "Chew on that." She's gone from cultural phenomenon to symbol of how fast fame rots when it's built on quicksand. Still, she clings to the scraps of the spotlight, judging bikini contests, uploading awkward TikTok dances, chasing the high that's long gone. Her latest post, barely 14,000 views in a day. One user summed it up, "This feels like a last-ditch effort." And it's just sad. 1 year after her random phrase set America spinning, Haley's career now sits like expired merch collecting dust. Post-meme coin scandal, she's not just labeled a scammer. She's the face of a dead meme that refused to die, hanging on when every door slammed shut. She once vowed she'd come back with a clean image and a fresh start, but the truth? Nobody's waiting. The applause ended long ago. And if the last trickles of income dry up, that Hawk Tuah necklace might be traded in for the same spring factory uniform she once swore she'd never wear again. If you made it this far, sound off in the comments. Do you think Hailey can ever pull off a real comeback? Or is her story done for good? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this.